Hello friends, welcome to DM's Math and Finance. Today we'll take one subject of finance for discussion. The subject under discussion today is EOQ, Economic Order Quantity, which is a very important subject in calculating the material cost, CAS 6. This is an important topic for CMA Inter, BCom and MCom kind of related exams. So let's start. Let's first have a small bird's eye view on economic order quantity. Famous mathematician Wilson actually derived this formula for determining the size of the order. So if you are a manufacturing concern or a manufacturing company, then you usually procure input for manufacturing your product. So in EOQ, it helps in determination of that how much size of the material should be procured for making the product cost at a minimum level. It means the cost of material should be minimum at the level of EOQ. So how the EOQ is calculated? EOQ or economic order quantity equals to square root of 2AO by C, where A is annual demand or consumption, O is ordering cost per order, and C is carrying cost per unit per annum. It is very self-explanatory. Let's solve a problem. This problem is a little tricky, but a very important one which gives a clarity on the various concepts that are ruled in EOQ. So here the question says a company produces a product for which it needs a special input gamma. These are the details of the product. What are the details? Annual demand for gamma is 8,000 units. So A is annual demand or annual consumption. A is here. Cost of placing an order is 200 per order. O, ordering cost. We can remember, O is ordering cost per order. Here the ordering cost per order is 200 per order. Cost per unit is 400 and the carrying cost percentage per annum is 20. So C is what? Carrying cost per unit per annum. So it says the company has been offered a quantity discount of 4% on purchase of gamma on a condition that it has to buy 4,000 components at a time. Usually a company has many suppliers. So one of the supplier of the company has given a proposal that if you buy 4,000 components at a time of gamma, that is the input, then we will provide you 4% discount on the purchase of gamma. Means the cost, on the cost there will be 4% discount. What is the what is the product cost per unit? Here it is cost per unit is 400. So 4% discount will be given on the cost per unit. So now the question asks, please compute the economic order size and advise whether the quantity offer can be accepted. So first we have to calculate EOQ, and second we have to see that whether the supplier's proposal of buying 4,000 components at a time, which provides us a 4% discount on the purchase of that particular input, should be accepted or not. So let's have the calculation. Here in the current problem we have to first calculate EOQ. So EOQ formula we know that square root of 2AO by C. A is annual requirement, which is 8,000 units. Here it says annual demand for gamma is 8,000 units. Ordering cost per order is how much? Ordering cost per order, cost of placing an order is 200. Then carrying cost per unit per annum. So what is the unit cost? Unit cost is 400. Cost per unit 400. Carrying cost per percentage per annum is 20. So what is the carrying cost per unit per annum? It's rupees 400 multiplied into 20%. It comes as 80. So you calculate EOQ, the square root of 2 into multiplied into 8,000 into 200 by C. C is 80. So if you calculate, it will come at 200 units. So we have already got the first answer. The economic order size is 200. It means the company should per purchase should buy 200 units of the product gamma, the special input gamma. This is the economic order quantity, and at this cost, at this EOQ level, the purchase cost is, the material cost is minimum. So but the company has been given a proposal by the supplier that if you buy 4,000 units, then it will provide the company 4% discount. So let's evaluate it. Okay, so let's first calculate the total cost taking into account the EOQ. So total cost means what? Total material cost is what? First, the company purchases the product. Second is for ordering, there is a cost it has to incur. Second is carrying, means it has to maintain it in an inventory. Okay, so these are all the carrying cost. So these three things, purchase cost plus ordering cost plus carrying cost, equals to total material cost. Please remember that. Okay, so now let's calculate on the basis of EOQ. So here the EOQ is 200. Then the number of orders will be, if at one time the company purchases 200 unit, the total demand is 8,000 units. So how many times it has to order? 8,000 by 200 is equal to 40. It's pretty easy. So purchase cost is what? Total 8,000 units. Per unit cost is how much? 400. So it comes as 8,000 into 400 equals to 32 lakhs. Ordering cost is how much? Is how many times we have, the company has to order? 40 times we have got. Per cost order is how much? The cost of placing an order is how much? 200. Okay, so see that. So ordering cost is 200 per purchase. The company has to incur 200 rupees. How many times it has to order? 40 times, so 8,000. So carrying cost is how? A little tricky. There is a concept here. Let's understand it. Half multiplied into 200 into 400 into 20%. So 200. So half, why the half is multiplied in times in calculating the carrying cost? Let's first understand. So we have to assume that the company starts with an inventory of 100. As it manufactures the product, the inventory level goes down to 0. So average is minimum inventory plus maximum inventory by 2. So that is the average inventory. So for that only we have to multiply it into half, because at no point of time, okay, because when a product is actually manufactured and the input are in the inventory, it is usually at 100 level, and it usually comes down as the products are manufactured from that input. So we have to take an average cost. For that average calculation, we have to multiply it into half. Okay, so here it says that per unit half into multiplied into 200. What this 200 is? 200 is the EOQ level. How many units? 200 units. Okay, here 400 is the unit cost into 20%. Or 20% is the carrying cost. Here see that carrying cost per annum is 20%. So half multiplied into 200 means 200 is the EOQ level, the economic order quantity which the company will purchase at on per single order. 200 into 400 is the product cost into 20% is the carrying cost per annum. So it comes at 8,000. So total cost is purchase cost plus ordering cost plus carrying cost. Total cost comes out to be 32,16,000. Okay, so here we have taken into account the EOQ level. Now let's look at the proposal, which the supplier has given. The supplier has given, if the company purchases 4,000 per order, okay, then it will give 4% discount on the cost of the product. So if it purchases 4,000 per order, so number of orders will be, total demand is 8,000, total requirement is 8,000, purchase per order is 4,000, so there will be number of orders will be only 2. Understood? So purchase cost will be 8,000, total cost is total unit which is required, into 400 into 96%. So why this 96%? Because it will give 4% discount on the purchase cost per unit. So per unit cost is 400 into 4%, if minus 4% discount if you give, or if you multiply it into 96%, it will come at around, you can also do that calculation also. 400 minus 4%, 4% of 400 is 16, so 400 minus 16 will be around 3, I think it's 384, or you can do 400 multiplied into 96%, so it will come as 32,72,000. okay, the purchase cost. What is the ordering cost? Per order, for every order the company has to incur a cost of 200. We have also written here how many orders. Here EOQ is 40 orders, but here we are only, the company is only purchasing 2 times, because 4,000 per order, so 200 into 2, 400. Carrying cost is half into 4,000. okay, the here in the carrying cost of EOQ label, the per order the company is purchasing only 200 units. Here if the supplier's proposal, as per supplier's proposal, it is 4,000. So half multiplied into 4,000 into 400 is the cost per unit, into 96%. That means the discount will be given on that. okay, we have already discussed it. Into 20% is the carrying cost per annum, that the question has already given. Carrying cost percentage per annum is 20. okay, so how it comes out to be, if you multiply it will comes out to be 1,53,600. let's add purchase cost, ordering cost plus carrying cost. The total cost comes to be 32,26,000. so if the company sticks to the EOQ level, then total cost, material cost will be 32,16,000. if the company purchases as per supplier's proposal, it comes out to be 32,26,000. so which is lower? 32,16,000 means as per EOQ 10,000 rupees lower if the company buys at EOQ level. So what the company should do? The proposal, obviously the proposal should be rejected, as the total cost in EOQ is lower. So thanks a lot friends. Thanks a lot for your patient hearing. This is a important problem, and EOQ questions usually come in the inter and final level of CA and CMA, even BCom, MCom level. If you have any questions or doubts, kindly write to us. If you have any question which you want to be solved, please write to us, and please like the video if you are able to understand the concepts. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Goodbye. Have a great day.